Oh yeah, this is the life. This sounds like a job for power tools. Hi guys, Cliff here with Recreation Destinations and another how-to video for you today. And if you haven't guessed, this one is about air conditioner maintenance. How you can keep yours from exploding and doing crazy things even without super speed or power tools. So check out the video and enjoy. If you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below. When this finally starts getting warm and this air conditioner fires up and it's not quite functioning as well as you remember it doing last year, probably needs to be cleaned out. So what we're going to do is take this filter out first. And one helpful little tip here is to use a coin to open this up. And I just happen to have a quarter right here, thanks to my beautiful assistant. And we'll just turn that, drop it down, and your filter is going to be right in here. Sometimes that filter has to be replaced. You can get that filter material at any kind of home improvement store. But we're going to go a little further than just cleaning this filter out today. We're going to go a little more in depth on what exactly is going on inside this air conditioner. And we're going to clean the top, check the top out up on the roof, and clean the coils out inside. You're going to have a number of screws holding this on, and this air conditioner is a ducted air conditioner, and it's a little bit different. I'm going to show you that when we take this housing off here. But first thing we'll do is pop some screws out here. I always like to get these middle ones out first. And then I'm going to take out the opposite corners here. Now I'm going to leave the screw right above my head for the last one. That way I can hold this corner up while I'm taking this one out, since I don't have three hands. And alas, this housing comes off. Now, the only purpose of this black felt, there's actually not any air blowing through this screened area. This felt blocked this area and then forced the output air into two ducts. Now there's a duct that runs down the RV to the front on this side, and then there's a duct over here that runs back, and in our case, it runs back into the bedroom. Inside your air conditioner, up inside this intake port, so you got your filter here, and it's sucking the air up in here via a squirrel cage fan through a coil up here. And this is called your evaporator coil. In a house, it's called an A coil because it's shaped like an A. So a lot of you might hear AC guys referring to that as an A coil. In a rooftop air conditioner on an RV, it is just a flat coil, and it looks very similar to a radiator, a car radiator. I've got this little brush, and this works really well if you haven't cleaned your air conditioner a lot, is to go up inside, use this brush, and you always want to go with the grain of the coil, as if like you're combing your hair. So your coil is going to have aluminum fins on it, and you want to brush out as much lint and dirt and stuff as you can. So I can start up here in the top of the coil and just start cleaning this out. And we're also going to do this outside. Get your coil nice and clean, and that allows the air to pass through the coil. And if the fins on the coil are clean and free of any kind of debris or lint or any kind of buildup, it doesn't take a lot of buildup to decrease the flow of air through the coil. It's going to make your air conditioner work a lot harder and is not going to cool as well as it should because the air is not moving through all the individual fans. And once you've got the inside all cleaned up on those coils, you can start to reassemble this housing here. And I'm doing a mod on this. And you can see that in the next video. But for now, we're just going to reassemble everything and get this puppy pumping out air because it's hot today. guys, we are on top of the roof now, and we're looking at the air conditioner again from the top side, and there's some things up here you can check out and look at. And so we'll go ahead and pull these covers off. They're just held on by 4 screws here. So we'll get these popped off. And hey, this is a good time for you to go up here and check this out anyway, because if your RV is getting a little bit older, then you may have seen these on the side of the freeway. I see them fairly often in our travels. See these air conditioner covers on the side of the freeway, and they eventually, the plastic just breaks down from the ultraviolet rays and everything, and they end up going for a flight. But so you want to check these out, make sure they're in good shape and not broken up while you're up here. You got this cover off, you want to check out your condenser coil here, and this is this other radiator looking thing, and you just want to make sure your fins are not bent and everything is straight. Every time these fins get bent a little bit, that is reducing the flow of air through this condenser coil, and it's causing your air conditioner to work harder to cool. So you want to make sure those are straight. If they're not straight, and if you've been through something like a hailstorm, or you just had some limb fall on it or something and bend these coils off, they make something called a radiator comb, which you can find at automotive stores, and it looks like what it sounds like, a comb, and you just stick it in there and run it through just like you're combing your hair, and straighten out the coils on these things, straighten out all these fins and make sure the air is getting flowing through here. Here's a look at the components inside the air conditioner on the top. This is your fan motor, and in RV air conditioners, this fan actually runs the squirrel cage fan inside of here. Now all of that stuff that we were looking at inside, up in that hole, is all in here. You've got your evaporator coil in here, and you've got a squirrel cage fan that's sucking air through and circulating it through this box, through that coil, cooling it off and blowing it back down into the RV. That fan, that squirrel cage, is on the other side of this motor, right in here. Then you've got this other end of the shaft that's coming out here, and this fan actually cools your condenser off. So all the heat that it's sucking out of the RV, it's running it through this condenser, and that's turning the gas back into a liquid, and that liquid is really hot, so it's cooling it off. It's blowing air through here just like the radiator on your car. Then once the Freon is cool, it's coming back through into the compressor, compressing it, running it through an orifice, and then it turns back into a gas again, and it keeps circulating the system through. Now, I've had 2 air conditioners go out on me since we started full timing, and both of the air conditioners, it was the fan that went out. This fan would get loose and sloppy because they're made pretty cheaply, and eventually it would just quit working. And so if you've got air conditioner problems, this is definitely one thing you want to check first. Make sure the fan is spinning. Here's another issue. Had some friends. This doesn't happen so much out here in California, but in the Midwest they have some wasp-like things that they call mud daubers, and they build nests out of mud. And they love to find little hidden places. So I had some friends in a campground, and they turned their air conditioner on, brand new trailer, and it sounded like a jackhammer was going off on the roof. And turns out that right down here on these fan blades, that these mud daubers had built a big mud nest on the fan blade, and over the springtime when they weren't using their RV, and that threw this whole fan out of balance, and it was just shaking to beat the band. So definitely, if you got any kind of issues with that, I would look into your fan motor. Again, these are a sealed system, and unlike houses or cars, there's no port to refill the coolant, the Freon in the system. When they build them, they put the coolant, the Freon, in here, in this tube here, and then they pinch it off and seal it closed. So these are, these units are built to be sealed. They're not made to be refilled or adding more Freon or anything after that through what you call a Schrader valve. That's about it for air conditioner maintenance, guys, on your RV. I hope you liked this video and it was informative to you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Also subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends. Catch us on Facebook. And for now, guys, we're gonna peel out of here and go inside where it's nice and cool.